Just say this here. It hurts my heart to have to do an interview with color folk. If you could have got one white man in here, make sure the cameras was right. Y'all ain't got no white oversight. That's the problem with the dang thing. This is clearly a Negro run situation.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Conversations, where we sit behind the scenes at Alter Reality's hottest comic conventions and sit and talk with these stars who come here to meet their fans.
I told you we were stars.
Hey, listen.
You were saying, Gary, I don't know if we really stars. I was like, man, we stars.
I didn't know.
I'm Klep Napier from CritiX.com, and today we are sitting down with NAACP Image Award nominee Quinton Aaron. And then over here we have the BTVA winner 2015 for the Boondocks, Gary Anthony Williams. How are you doing, man?
Don't worry that I've been a multiple NAACP Image Award winner. Don't worry. This is not about us winning and being nominated for awards.
I mean, if I go down the list of all the accolades, we'd be here forever. But we're here to talk about, Conversations is about interacting with the fans at the Comic-Con. So I want to ask you guys straight up, what intrigued you guys about actually attending Comic-Cons? Who put you on, basically, to the Comic-Con circuit?
For me, Phil LaMarr had been talking to me forever. Like, man, you got to get out and do these things. They're fun. And I had a kid at home, and I was like, I'm not spending my weekends at my kids, missing my kid. And then my kid goes to college. And the strike hit. I was like, let me try one. But I had no idea. I had no idea what it was really like on that side. I've been on panels, but not like sitting side by side with somebody like Quinton. So then I went and I found out the power of Uncle Ruckus and the power of beautiful racism. Like, racism is beautiful. It can really alter and change your life. So, but honestly, Phil LaMarr is the one who put me on to it.
And what about you, Quinton?
There was a few people over the years that told me about it. There was a lot of actors actually who became con agents, but I never really got my feet into it until right after the pandemic. So back in 2021, I actually went to John Schneider's shindig in Louisiana, who's a good friend of mine. He's real cool. A lot of people think different things about him because of the Dukes of Hazzard car, but he's actually really.
I mean, he didn't paint the car.
No, exactly.
Yeah, he
Yeah, but he's a cool dude. He invited me to his thing, and I actually made like $5,000 just signing autographs, and that was the first time I did that. I was like, "You mean to tell me I could have been doing this since 2009?" Yeah, so I was like, "Wait a minute, I need to sign up some more and do this." So I just started doing it, and then I was doing that, drive-in theater, like meet and greets with people watching The Blind Side. I'm like, y'all still watching this movie? All right, cool.
Well, I mean, it was the highest grossing football movie of all time. I think it still is, holds the title for that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fans out there that actually really connect with that story. But I want to talk to you guys about your fandoms. Like, what is the one thing that you guys remember, your earliest memory of fanning out on something, whether it was a person, clothing, anything? What was the first thing that you fanned out on?
I never really was that kind of person. Then I moved out to LA and I started doing voiceover out here. And I've never known who anybody is. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know people. That's crazy. But I moved out to LA and I make all these friends. And I'm sitting in my agency little waiting area, and I become friends with this guy, Mark. And then he's like, hey, I wrote this little movie short if you want to be in it with me. I was like, yeah. And then he's like, bring the script tomorrow. And he brought me the script. And the script said Mark Hamill. I was like, fuck, I had no idea what Mark Hamill looked like anymore. I was like, oh, you're Mark Hamill. And we had become friends. Like, we had been friends for like 6 or 7 months. And I didn't even know who he was. So I always end up in fandom after that. Like, I didn't know Quinton until now. And it's like, fuck, dude, legendary. So I do that. I've never been looking at anybody going, oh my God, that person. It's when I get to know them, and then more when I get to know them and realize who they are.
What about like as a kid? Was there anything that you were like, obsessive over? No stars, nothing?
No,
A TV show?
I was never like
Favorite
that.
cereal? Nothing?
Oh, I had favorite things, but I wasn't like I was never a super fan of anything.
Wow.
Like my favorite actor was always Sam Jackson. I was never a super
Jackson.
fan of any.
Wow. What about you, Quinn?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I when I was younger, I had like a vivid imagination. So before I knew I wanted to be an actor or knew what acting was, I thought I wanted to be the actual characters that I told my mom when I was younger. I said, "Listen, Mom, I gotta make $1 million when I get older." She was like, "Why?" I said, "Because by the time I'm an adult, Batman gonna be too old to fight crime, so I gotta be."
Gotta be the rich,
the new Batman. And he's a billionaire during the day, and so
wow.
yeah. So I thought I was gonna be Batman when
Hey, listen, man, anybody can be Batman.
And let me say, and honestly, we don't know if you're Batman. Like people don't know Bruce Wayne Batman.
Exactly.
You know what? I'm gonna start telling all my people, I know the real Batman.
I know.
Quinton Aaron is the real Batman.
So I want to wrap this up because I want to close you guys because I know there's a lot of fans out there waiting for you guys to hit the floor. You're known for Uncle Ruckus. You've been in a ton of things. Yeah. What is the wildest fan story you have?
I got to think about that one, actually. I got to think about that one. And for me, seriously, honestly, I had no idea the impact. Even somebody as stupid as Uncle Ruckus, who had the white colored man in the world. He is just a horrible human being. I mean, compared to beautiful white folk. Even the impact that it has on just general people coming up to me it is humbling and mind-blowing to me, and I'm not kidding you. It's absolutely humbling and absolutely mind-blowing. And I just want to say to those fans, I record from home. I just sit in a booth all day, and I never even see the people I'm working with. So it means everything in the world when those people come up to me and like, hey, dude, since I was a kid, I watched this and that. That means everything. So I don't know. Yesterday, though, this big, strong lady came up to me and said, would you like me to princess carry you? I was like, what's princess carry? Like swoop you up in my arms and carry you? I used to be 380 pounds, and in my head, I'm still 380 pounds. So when some woman comes up and says, you're going to lift me up, I was like, no, let's not do that. He will tell you this broad picked me up like a little child.
Had him up like that.
What?
Yeah, me kicking my legs like yeah. So that was a big fan moment yesterday.
Wow. So, and what about you, Quinn?
I was about to say, I told her I was next.
And she started calculating though.
She was
like, well, I
can
lift 480.
Exactly. I was like, no, we ain't gonna do that.
Yeah. She was literally like, let me see if I think she wanted to get on her back and like bench press your ass.
She was gonna like what she said, deadlift?
Yeah,
she was gonna deadlift me. I was like, what?
No, she was serious.
We good.
But if you had given yourself over, it makes you feel like a different person, man. If you
I start snapping my hat.
Can you imagine you being carried around right now?
Listen.
I couldn't either. But once you were, it's like, nothing else matters.
Skirts. I'm like,
So that's the wildest one for you as well. As well. Okay.
I almost let her pick me up too.
You should have. I would have been a great moment.
Because you know what it was? It was giving over control.
Exactly.
Once I gave up and let this big woman take me in her arms and rock me like a baby.
But see, I was considering. I was thinking about what it would do to her back if she tried. I would hate to. I hop up there and you hear, like.
I had all those fake thoughts too.
You know what I mean?
I had those fake thoughts, Quinton. Those were my own fears.
It was, exactly. It was my fear. Exactly. I was like, no, I can't do it. I can't. But no, crazy fan moment. Ooh, I was at a film festival in Santa Fe one year, and there was some kind of charity thing going on for a bunch of kids. Everything at the same festival, so it was wild to me when I come out the bathroom and I see this beautiful Mexican girl. She's like, "Can I get your autograph?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So she goes, "Girl, put that away. There's children around." And she was like, "Just real quick." So I'm like, "All right."
Wow.
The Sharpie came. I don't remember what pocket the Sharpie came out of, but it came out.
Wow.
I was like, all right, let me.
The left or the right? Which one did you say?
The left.
Okay.
You ain't gonna forget that. Ever.
The craziest part was, so she went back and showed her friends. So that night at the after party, I had a line at VIP. 15 girls wanted me to sign body parts. I'm talking.
Wow.
I'm like,
All
this
the
is
parts.
a Sharpie, you know.
Yeah, this ain't coming off
there.
anytime soon.
Exactly. So I branded like 15 girls. Like,
And they probably tattooed that too. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it was near the stuff and
Wow.
everything, man. Like booty cheeks and yeah. So that was
You branded booty butt cheeks?
booty cheeks. Yeah.
You branded booty butt cheeks?
Yeah.
You branded booty cheek brand?
Aaron.
You did booty butt
All
cheek
across.
brand?
like that's my hands. That's my.
Oh my God. Gary, quick question though. Any chance of a reboot or of Boondocks?
There's some talks of some stuff. That's all I can say. There's some talks of some
You
things.
said enough.
Yeah.
You said enough.
That's all I can say.
That's all you
I'm
needed
still
to
thinking
say.
him branding booty butt cheek.
I see butt cheek branding in your future if that comes back for sure. Guys, I want to thank you guys for sitting and talk with us. I know you got a busy day today. You got to get back to the fans.
Let me just say this here. It hurts my heart to have to do an interview with color folk. If you could have got one white man in here, make sure the cameras was right. Y'all ain't got no white oversight. That's the problem with the dang thing. This is clearly a Negro run situation. I see Monkey in the background, powering the lights on a treadmill. Get yourself a good white man in here. And if you is white, I pray you did not watch this interview.
Guys, this is Conversations. We'll see you at the next con. I'm Klep Napier. We're out of here.
Peace.
Deuce.